how's it like riding a motorcycle? Well, we'll start at the beginning. My first time at a motorcycle wasn't that difficult, but I've had plenty of experience with machines when I was younger. You see, I used to live in a farm when I was just a kid, so I was quite used to the smell of engines and petrol. And then, when I grew up, I got to learn how to commandeer tractors here and there, and farming and all that. I think it was on my 21st, or maybe later? Let's say early 20s for now. That's when I got my first motorcycle. I used it to run errands here and there, go to the shops to buy groceries or computer parts, or seasonal plants for my brothers. Second eldest, by the way. I must have put tens of thousands of miles on that bike. It's still going strong too. Granted, it's now my younger brother's property, and I can safely say he takes better care of it than I do. I was a right tool when I first rode that bike. It's not unreasonable for a kid to want a motorcycle growing up. And like any rookie, I didn't know the true responsibility of owning a motorcycle at first. I might have been on the road before, but not with the wind blasting against me, trying to push me off. I never even got training or looked up a book or something. In fact, before I got the motorcycle, the only experience I had was ogling the ones at parking lots. So it was when my eldest brother taught me all about handling bikes, was when I really got to know how it was like to be a rider. What always takes me back to those times is the smell of petrol burning in that old special engine. Maybe it's just me, and that a petrol smells the same when burning anyway, but I'd never forget the special brand of hard, metallic smell that I grew up with. What else? Why'd I want to ride a bike in the first place? Well, it's all the stories I hear about people driving and feeling freedom, isn't it? You know, the best thing about riding bikes is the fact you're a lot less shackled down, like your average car driver. You know what I'm saying? Wherever I go, I feel as if I'm closer to the city, or to nature, depending where I am. It feels so alive, really, when you can feel the sun at summer or the chills at winter, when the wind's pushing back at you, carrying all the scents in the breeze or something. And I also feel faster too. Now, the speed I reach doesn't necessarily surpass the speed of a car, but to have the elements at close contact with you, it gives you a greater sense of immediacy? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not sheltered anymore. I feel more exposed, and it's great. When I can ride wherever I like, whenever I like, and I can actually sense my journey with my eyes and skin without the safety of a windshield, it's irreplaceable. I'm not exactly an emotional person, but, well, me and my biker gang like to travel across the UK, and one day we decided to ride through Wales. And let me tell you now, when it hit me that I'm not just seeing those fresh green alpine forests, I'm feeling it as I ride on. That my sensations are at one with the mountainous roads and riverside detours, that all of the little chance happenings and experiences that I wouldn't be able to otherwise know in a car, and I'm having them as I ride. Well, it was a lot to take in, and I kept thinking at that moment, I thought of feeling like this wherever I go from now on if I kept riding my bike. That I'd always know the quality of danger and excitement, the immediacy to the journey, the fact that I can almost touch the geography itself, and it touches me back. I took all that in mind, that I'm now so connected to everything. I just kept riding and riding, seeing different sights, meeting other people on the road. It's just magical. Ha! I could just hop on and ride on with no real destination. I always loved taking detours through cities. I can weave my way around the city, driving by at every little town I know, and take in all the architecture and conversations, and see in real time the differences between this town and the next. Honestly, I don't get the ones who say the countryside is naturally depressing. Get over yourself, man. But me, everywhere I go, I am a part of it all. The road is me, a part of me, part of who I am. It's where all routine is lost. I go wherever I like, and I ride with that thing in mind. I ride until I don't know where I end and where I begin. So when I felt all that, You can only imagine how it was like when I was younger, and more stupid. Every night I'd go out and just use up so much fuel. I'd spend a fortune trying to upgrade my bike almost monthly. My parents were even complaining that I shouldn't be riding so much, since I'm spending too much time away from home. And they got even angrier when I had my first accident. Came to a red light, but the bike stalled and I lost my balance. This thing pinned my leg to the pavement, and it was hard lifting a bloody motorcycle off your leg. It was honestly embarrassing. I just fell in front of a red light, didn't even bump into anything. 2 people had to help this idiot. Ha! Humbling. Why do I really ride? Maybe it's because I want real human moments that I hop on a bike, and the fact that I hate walking. But mostly because of real human moments. Like, right now, my life isn't too exciting. I'm a night shift factory worker, and a man needs his own hobbies. I can't live on autopilot every day, you know? Imagine just going out and really taking in all of your surroundings. Like, focusing on how the little things in your everyday journeys have an effect on you. The gum on the streets, the slightly misplaced brick on a house, the litter box that's always just a little too full, or the smell of bread in bakeries. For me, it's like noticing the wear and tear of stop signs, the unevenness of different roads, the sounds from the radios in cars. Just go walk outside for a bit with no real direction in mind. Get lost at a part of town you didn't know existed before. If you can, though. Depends on your town, really. But just go around aimlessly and notice all the tiny things you look at but don't really look at, and see how it all just makes you think. Let it all in, let it all out. The very landscape is alive. That too is humbling. Oh God, I sound like an art student or something. Anyway, that's besides the point. Just try to visit a new place every day. Doesn't have to be near or far. Just like me. Well, not like me. I still have a job, and I work midnight hours, so the afternoons just sleep. And it's because of that I take the time to just let loose and not let anything hinder or guide me. It might make you feel better too, especially if you do it with someone who shares how you feel and think. Remember I said I was in a biker gang? And no, they're not like the big hairy guys you see everywhere. No, they're just like me too. Ordinary people with ordinary jobs and ordinary interests. One guy's a volunteer for his local church, and another's a practicing nurse with his second child on the way. We went to the Isle of Man once, just for a quick cheeky drive with the lads, and we got talking, and I wanted to share how I felt with these guys, how connected I feel to the road, how I like to take random detours and chat with other people. And you know what? Even if my personal philosophy didn't reach them fully, they could understand what I was trying to say. And that, too, felt good. To ride with people that think and ride like me. Just letting it all go and let the wind and asphalt take you places. Let the road, a place we all take for granted, become a place to build ourselves in. It's finding other people who share what you have is precious. And they get me. But call me a lone wolf, because I'd take the road any day. It's been with me for a long time, and hopefully, if I don't drive like an idiot, it'll be with me for much longer. What a daydream, right?